Part of We the People, celebrating 250 years. Here's This Day in History.
Well, as we continue the countdown to America's 250th birthday this summer, we are highlighting our We the People series. Here's Charlie with This Day in History.
Hello again on this day, February 21st, back in 1922. The Great Ice Storm of 1922 hit much of Wisconsin, dropping up to 4 inches of ice in some places. The National Weather Service said light rain and freezing rain began falling across the upper Mississippi River Valley during the afternoon of February 21st. The intensity increased overnight and continued into the evening hours of February 22nd. During the storm, electricity was cut off, along with both phone and telegraph services. Homes were damaged by falling ice and poles, and streets were closed off from traffic due to hanging wires. Despite the destruction it caused to infrastructure, the storm only claimed 2 lives across the state. That's This Day in History for February 21st. For We the People, I'm Charlie Shortino.
All right, Charlie, thank you. Next up here on the morning show.